The Maybach GLS is impressive in its level of luxury and high levels of refinement. It isolates you from the outside world with its smooth, quiet ride and pampers you with massaging seats and a superb climate system as you go about your daily life. And you could even call it a bargain when you line it up against high-dollar rivals such as the Bentley Bentayga and Rolls-Royce Cullinan. Vehicles wearing the Maybach logo, such as this 2022 Mercedes Maybach GLS 600, delivers the utmost in luxury and transportation experience. With a twin-turbocharged V8 engine under the hood, it drives all four wheels through a standard 9-speed automatic. Power is plentiful and the GLS 600 glides along with on-air suspension, but the GLS 600 is less about its powertrain and chassis and more about its overstuffed cabin, which is fit for the real kings, sports stars, and hedge fund managers who will own one of these posh palaces on wheels. A pair of rear seats recline and even massage you. Last year, Mercedes introduced the Maybach GLS 600, an uber-luxe version of its GLS 3-row large SUV. It's the most luxurious and best appointed SUV in Mercedes' extensive lineup, with enough wood and leather to furnish several smaller models. It's also loaded with Mercedes' latest in-car tech, trick adaptive air suspension for a cushy ride, and a full suite of driver aids and safety features. It may not look all that different from the standard GLS at first glance, but the automaker has given the GLS the same sort of treatment as the Mercedes Maybach S-Class. Rather than stretching the wheelbase as with the sedan, designers ditched the SUV's third row and pushed back the second row to open up legroom. As Maybach owners are often chauffeured rather than being behind the wheel themselves, the whole suspension has been retuned for enhanced rear seat comfort. There's even a Maybach drive mode that smooths shifts and throttle response for a more relaxed passenger experience. Mercedes Maybach has made no notable changes to the GLS 600. That means it's just as luxurious, just as exclusive, and just as expensive as it was last year. Mercedes-Benz Maybach is making most things standard, including a semi-autonomous driving mode, Napa leather upholstery, and handsome interior and exterior trimmings. You will enjoy it more perusing the numerous customization options, though, to really make the GLS 600 your own. The GLS 600's twin-turbocharged V8 makes 558 horsepower and can motivate the big luxury SUV from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 4.8 seconds. The engine is assisted by a 48-volt hybrid system that gives a little extra shove right from the start. If that's not fast enough for you, check out the Mercedes-AMG GLS 63, which offers a 603 horsepower version of this powertrain and leapt to 60 miles per hour in just 3.6 seconds in testing. The engine's mild hybrid system improves both performance and efficiency and helps with a smooth power delivery. Stops from 60 miles per hour came in just 102 feet, one of the best results we've seen from any SUV and close to serious performance car territory. Part of that is due to the Pirelli summer tires fitted. An air suspension is standard and it features a Maybach mode that all but erases bumps in the road. The steering is light and quick, making the Maybach GLS easy to maneuver through a parking lot, traffic, or the occasional mountain pass. Mercedes-Benz has a fantastic formula for on-road comfort. The seats are supportive with a ton of adjustability, and the standard front and rear massaging seats help keep you relaxed even after a few hours on the road. The heated and ventilated seats work well, and the automatic climate control quickly evens out cabin temperatures with rear passengers getting their own focused system. There's little intrusion from the outside, with just a bit of road noise on rougher pavement. The ride quality is excellent due to the standard e-active body control suspension. It's smooth and composed, ironing out most road imperfections without feeling floaty. The Maybach GLS interior is excellent from almost every perspective. Since there are only 2 rows in a vehicle traditionally meant to have 3, there is plenty of room for occupants of all sizes. But if you want to experience the full recline of the rear seats, you'll need to be no taller than 5'9". The large windows help all-around visibility and make rear passengers feel as if they have an expansive view of the world. Most of the controls are well placed and easy to reach, but there are a lot of them and the small text means you have to take your eyes off the road until you memorize their locations. Another minor fumble, some seat controls and settings are buried in touchscreen menus. A fragrance diffuser helps occupants create the sensory oasis they deserve after a hard day of being filthy rich. Mercedes' infotainment system is a benchmark for the class, even if it does look a little intimidating. The MBUX voice controls are top of the class due to the use of natural speech, and the navigation system is a standout with its augmented reality overlay projected in the head-up display. It could be a reason to ditch the navigation app on your phone. Both Apple CarPlay and Android Auto smartphone integration systems are standard though not wireless. And there are 7 USB-C ports in total for occupants, 3 in front and 4 at the back, along with 2 wireless charging pads, 1 in front of the cup holders and another in between the 2 rear passengers. The driver aids are also comprehensive. The adaptive cruise control is among the best, maintaining a reasonable gap from the car ahead, and it slows the Maybach down to a complete stop without a hint of uncertainty. Inside the cabin, there are plenty of places to put items, whether large or small, and an equal abundance of cup holders. The front cup holders can even hold a 40-ounce water bottle. Cargo space is really where the Maybach falls a bit short, and that's due to the mini refrigerator for second-row occupants. At this level, cold beverages take precedence over luggage. It even offers a cold box for your champagne. Should you want to tow with your Maybach, it is rated to tow 7,700 pounds when equipped with the optional trailer hitch. The EPA puts fuel economy at 16 miles per gallon combined, 15 miles per gallon on city and 19 miles per gallon on highway, which isn't surprising for a vehicle this powerful that weighs close to 6,300 pounds. On the outside, the Maybach GLS has the appearance of a standard Mercedes GLS with larger wheels and a two-tone paint job. Loaded with the latest tech and equipped with reclining rear-heated, ventilated seats with full massaging, the Maybach is sure to impress. Even with all this luxury, it remains easy to drive and is a remarkably comfortable place to spend an hour, or 10, whether behind the wheel or being driven around. Mercedes only offers the Maybach in a single trim level, so picking the right GLS 600 all comes down to personal preference for things like colors and options. The 2022 Maybach GLS 600 comes in a single well-equipped trim level. The only available engine is a twin-turbo 4.0-litre V8 550 horsepower and 538 pound-foot of torque that puts power to the ground via a 9-speed automatic transmission and standard all-wheel drive. Basically everything that's either optional or available on the regular GLS is standard on the Maybach. The standard feature highlights include 22-inch wheels, e-active body control adaptive suspension which dramatically improves ride comfort and cornering stability, 12.3-inch infotainment screen, digital gauge cluster display, 7-inch touchscreen for the rear seat, wireless charging pads in the front and rear, Burmester audio system, head-up display which displays important information in your sight line on the windshield, 4-zone automatic climate control, front and rear heated and cooled cup holders, heated, ventilated and massaging seats for both front and the rear, and lastly, the panoramic glass roof. Driver aids include adaptive cruise control which maintains a driver-set distance between the Maybach and the car in front, automatic emergency braking which warns if a front impact is imminent and applies the brakes if you don't respond in time, blind spot monitor with rear cross-traffic alert which warns you if a vehicle is in your blind spot during a lane change or while reversing, lane departure warning that alerts you if the vehicle begins to drift out of its lane, surround view camera which gives you a top-down view of the Maybach GLS 600 and its surroundings for tight parking situations. Other options and packages include folding tables for rear passengers in a 4-seat configuration only, two-tone leather upholstery, two-tone exterior paint, 23-inch wheels, refrigerated compartment, and 2 champagne flutes with built-in holders. This is the 2022 Mercedes-Benz Maybach GLS 600 Mansory Edition.